Good afternoon on what is a grey, cool and cloudy day. It is Monday the 31st of October and I'm in the Nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a parcel to unbox. So, okay, and what I have got in here is this. And I'll just pull out the poking out there, and it is this, which is Vault of the Dracolich, an adventure for characters of 4th level, playable with D&D Next rules. So this was published 2013, so it's almost 10 years since this came out. This is a reprint or print on demand copy that's come from the DM's Guild or drive-through at rpg.com, and is available to purchase and explore at your leisure. But why am I interested in this? Well, because not necessarily because it's Dungeons and Dragons, but because it's D&D Next. Now, Dungeons and Dragons Next, or D&D Next, was the playtesting edition or non-edition of Dungeons and Dragons that came between Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. It was the test bed for the edition that we have had since 2014 and has been spectacularly successful and really seen a penetration of the general consciousness. Essentially, more people are aware of what Dungeons and Dragons than ever before, and it's acceptable now. I mean, the biggest influence on that has been Stranger Things, I think, but 5th edition has made it very accessible, playable. But this came before it. So, Vault of the Dracolich. Treasure and glory await. Deep in the forest of Cormanthor lies the hoard of the Dracolich Dracolich, the prize of which is a diamond star rumored to unlock the secrets of an ancient elven kingdom. The sage Imani is seeking dozens of adventurers to launch in an all-out assault on the undead dragon's lair. The Dracolich is a powerful foe, too great for even several parties to conquer, so it's going to take all of the heroes' courage, cunning and speed to survive the Dracolich's deadly vault. Vault of the Dracolich is a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing adventure designed for the June 2013 D&D Game Day. The challenge draws inspiration from the interactive format used at some gaming conventions. As part of this experience, players and DMs will have the opportunity to communicate with other game tables, while the event coordinator takes on the role of the Dracolich to menace each group. The adventure includes one full-colour double-sided battle map. So this is not just a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, it's an event. So open up. We have an introduction, a quick guide to playtesting D&D Next, and then the background. So essentially, when this came out, Dungeons and Dragons was undergoing a big test and development to see what the new edition was like. We get into adventure summary, and then connections to other D&D encounters. Now, the D&D encounters was a program that ran throughout the length of the Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition era of limited small campaigns that were run on a regular weekly basis at your local friendly gaming store. There isn't anything like it now at the moment. There is you basically it's very much more online rather than necessarily face to face. So then we get to character creation, what you need before running the event, and having an event coordinator. So you need a lot of people to be involved in this, so you will have several tables playing through this adventure, different parties exploring the same area, and they can come together when tables come together. And I've kind of played in a game like that, but that was for Star Trek rather than Dungeons and Dragons. And then you have team captains, and they've got limited ability. They're given limited ability to contact other teams. And then dungeon masters got advice for the dungeon master, how to move through the dungeon, handle character death, and even look at the possibility of a total party kill. Then we get into sort of the features, the bar light portals, and potentially the idea, if you're going to come back, a toy cat death, you might come back back from the dead, perhaps a monstrous return, withered flesh, walking dead, not quite all there, possessed by a bar-like spirit, undead affinity, and so on. So, you know, dying is potentially more dangerous, doubly dangerous for the player characters, because essentially they come back and can be a menace. And then we have a guide to sort of like the idols littered throughout the dungeon and how the Dracolich fights back. There's the dungeon itself. And then we've got a description of Dracolic's lair and the Forgotten Temple of Baal. And one idea here is given is go in, masquerade as cultists. So, yep, basically sneak in as far as you can, get past the defences if you can, take them out if you can't, hopefully get through to Dracolic's audience chamber and more, into the Chamber of Screams, encountering the underground lake. There's a Hydra's den, pits of teeth, a lower lake, and even a rift. Presumably the rift is the lake is flowing into the rift, where there is a troglodyte village, and you'll encounter troglodytes like Goldred. And below where there is ironbark in a lost forest and a lower village, and then deep into Dracolic's vaults, where you can have Hall of Trophies, Chamber of Guardians, Hall of Artifacts, Summoning Chamber, actual treasure vault, and including the Chamber of the Diamond Staff. And then you've got 4 tasks to remain in order to free the Diamond Staff, saving the wards, and then holding off the Dracolich itself, distracting the undead, stopping the Simulacrum, and then final scene is Dracolich thwarted before you can get to conclude the adventure. And we've got a list of all the playtesters there at the end as well. And then this comes with a battle map, so you do have that at the end there. Presumably, if you get this, download this, purchase a PDF, you'll get this as separate where you can print it out. And then you have a player's map at the end, which matches this map, sort of. I'd say that map is a bit small, could have been with a bit more detail for the benefit of the Dungeon Master. So yeah, this is sort of like a big mini adventure designed for basically Dungeons & Dragons game day event. Don't really have those anymore, as far as I'm aware. It's very much sort of like it's done through D&D. Events are done through D&D Beyond, and then it's down to local people running them. But yeah, an interesting little adventure, and I think you can slot this into a D&D Next campaign. I think there's potentially worthy of creating one if you gather up all the D&D Next titles. A lot of them are available on the DM's Guild. And the other thing is sort of like this is just one sort of like book, or this is an event, but you've also got the Encounters program, and very few of these really ever actually saw print, or at least widespread print beyond the Encounters program, and they can be very collectible. So it's good to have things like this back in print and available. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a parcel containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.